So I want to think you write about this as well, right? The process of going from needing external validation to internal validation. Can you share with our listeners, with us, your a little bit about your process, right? When did you realize how much of, well, not only the life you're living, but the decisions you were making were based on external validation, and your road towards really only focusing on internal validation?
Yeah, that actually stemmed from, bit back when I was the stay-at-home wife, and that was one thing that actually ended up keeping me there. I think that we all hold an identity, and the identity is a good, a great wife, a great husband, an amazing boss, a fantastic sister, or even if it's a job title, I'm the CFO, I'm the CMO, right? That's the identity that we hold to. The problem is when you get praised for the identity, what happens when you no longer fit that identity? What happens when that identity no longer fits you? So I was getting the validation of being the great Greek wife, right? You even said earlier, Monica, your face when I was like, I cook and I clean and I broke it down. You're like, oh my God, you did all that. I was getting so many pats on the back and validation from my dad, from my mum, from my husband, because everyone was saying, you're the most amazing wife. So the identity, I so didn't have anywhere else that I was getting validation from. I wasn't validating myself. No one else was validating me because I didn't have an external, career or anything. And so where I was getting all of my validation was from my title of being a great wife. So what I realized is, I have to build the internal validation myself that isn't held to my identity so that I can always change what I want to do, how I want to show up, and I'm never trapping myself. And so what does that internal validation look like? It's to the individual, but to me, it was the small things. It was the things that I could rely on myself to do that didn't have to do with money, didn't have to do with anyone else being a part of it. And that was where I found the love of the gym. And so I went from, I wanted to do 50 push-ups and I couldn't even do 10. And this is years ago. I just said, okay, Lisa, either you do the push-ups today or you don't. That's not on anyone else's hands except yours. And so I got up and I did the push-ups. That's one little moment where I validate myself. I told myself I was going to do something. I made a promise to myself and I kept to it.